Hello, I thought I would take this opportunity to give a demonstration of the usage of WinFont to Folder, which in my opinion is one of the best features of the font management, and a brief mention in passing about my multi-chip version of Flash Multifunction, which allows us to have up to 3 flash chips which behave as a single font IC. So I have currently a 48 megabyte font IC. The first thing we need to do, as most of you will by now know, is upload Flash Multifunction. I'm going to be using the DO with the speed upgrade just because it's so much faster than well, the Mega or the programming port on the DO. So DO native port, COM port 18, upload. As many of you will also know, the DO native port is quite temperamental, for want of a better word. Sometimes after the upload it does not revert back to native port, it stays in the programming port. So you should always check after a successful upload that it has gone back to the native port. So there we have uploaded Flash Multifunction. I'm now going to run the demonstration, I think. Apparently I'm not. Okay. Well, let's not worry about that then. I'm going to run WinFont to Folder. I've not registered my font IC, so it's telling you please run Font IC Manager to register your font IC. Resolve the problem, now closing. What that means is you need to run the application supplied with the UTF-8 GHL called WinFont IC Manager. Most of you will now be familiar how this works. Okay. You will not see this on the video because the recording window isn't big enough, but at the bottom there is a button called Add to Font IC. We click that. Do not get this wrong, it is irrecoverable. Welcome to first time setup. Please enter your license details. Don't get this wrong, it's irrecoverable. I'm going to show you it's not actually as critical as all that, but you don't have a finite number of, you only have a finite number of guesses. So my name is not Laurenc. Name not valid. Success, thanks for choosing Coltier's products. And the image is now added to the font IC. When the image has finished uploading, the screen will clear and the index number of the item just added to the font IC will be shown in the index number box at the bottom of this window. Okay, the font IC is now registered. So what we're going to do now is run font to folder. The first thing to do, well, the first thing I would like to show off about is 3 megabit font IC found. Most of you will have one and a load of zeros. That's the multi-chip feature that I've developed recently. So the first thing we're going to do is extract a folder. This is a brand new font I see. It's got the single image that I've just uploaded when I registered it. I'm just going to create a new folder. I'm going to call it Font IC Base, as this is the start point. We are going to extract to that folder. And now we have a viewer, and these are all of the items that are now on the font IC, and here you see is the image I've just added. All of the items you see here, with the exception of the fonts, are viewable. The fonts are not viewable, and they are all full size. So this is exactly what is on your font IC, and you can open them and look at them and so on. Now, because I want to keep a record or keep a version of the font IC that I can restore to, I'm going to delete that image. This is now a brand new font IC. You can restore to this at any point, much faster than using the restore to default that's included with Font IC Manager. So this is Font IC Base. There's my Font IC Base. What I'm going to do is copy it . I'm going to not delete it. I'm going to rename it, and I'm going to call it Font IC Project 1. And this is the way I would recommend you use it. And if you want a different set of Font IC contents for a second project, you would just make a second copy and call it something original like Project 2. So in Project 1 and in any of these folders, there is a folder called Add New Items here, and this is brilliant in my opinion. What this enables you to do is drag any supported file type that can be put onto the font IC into this folder. That includes fonts, pictures, more recently and not freely available are I won't go into that. So you can drag fonts and images into this folder. You can drag as many as you want. You can drag any size that you want. So I have here several images that are 1280 by 720. So clearly there is not a TFT display currently available with support for images of 1280 by 720 in size. You can see here I have 425 items. I just happen to know that's how many will fit on the font IC. But I want to screw that up, and I want to show you what happens if you drag more than the font IC can hold. So first of all, I am going to copy all of that lot into my Add New Items Here folder. It will take a moment or six. Okay, so there are all of my images. What I want to do now is where are they? These are some of the fonts that are included as examples with the latest version of UTF-2GHL. So we're going to copy all of them and just stick those into the Add New Items Here folder as well. I particularly like Old English, so we'll have that one as well. And that's it. Now, unfortunately, that's not going to have the desired effect. Right, never mind. So I've got an awful lot of stuff in that folder that's going to be put onto the font IC. It's as easy as that. That's all you have to do. So what I'm going to do now is rebuild from folder. This is project 1, don't forget that I've just added all the stuff into. Yeah. So I'm going to rebuild from folder. Target display size. You remember all the images were 1280 by 720? I actually want them as 320 by 240 because some of you may also have seen the demonstration of a video clip running. This is how I do it. Rebuild from folder, target display size 320 by 240, rebuild, font IC, project 1, not add new items here. You want the base folder, font IC project 1. OK. It will now go through. You see the images have been resized to 320 by 180, not 320 by 240, because this will maintain the aspect ratio of the images that you've added. So if they are widescreen effectively, then you will get a variation in size, but it maintains the aspect ratio. This will take quite a long time. I'm not going to edit it. I'll let you see how long it takes and how it works and all the rest of it. But if you can imagine doing this one at a time for all of these items, you would be at it forever using WinFont IC Manager. Not enough space on Font IC not added. It's added one font and the rest there's not enough room. So that is a full 48 megabytes or 3 128 megabit chips. And that's full, completely full. I've recently made an improvement as of yesterday. The erasing flash that you see now, 40 seconds, because I had 3 font chips, that was taking 3 lots of 40 seconds, which when you're waiting for it is a very long time. I now have them simultaneously erasing, which speeds things up by, well, about 85 seconds roughly. This is quite slow, even on the DUE, even on the native port, and even with the speed improvement patch. USB is not the fastest way of doing things, it isn't, but it's convenient and it works. And there's no messing about with SD cards. Reading is much faster than writing, always. As a result of having 3 chips, these times are wildly wrong. Those times are for a single chip. So when this is finished, we are expecting the font IC to have 679 items on it. As you are aware, they are sequentially numbered, there are no gaps, it is 1, 2, however many are on there. While we're waiting, from start to finish, from hitting the rebuild button to completion of a 3 megabit font IC, it takes approximately 10 minutes. Well, imagine how long it would take to add all of this stuff one at a time using WinFont IC Manager, and then you will realize the benefit of doing it this way. I never use WinFont IC Manager apart from to do the initial registration of the font IC. After that, I only ever use this, and I can't understand why so few of you have actually managed to, actually bought this. I couldn't do without it. And I'm not just saying that because I wrote it. There we go. Finished. So you can see here bytes per second uploaded, 206k a second. That's with the speed patch. Without the speed patch, that's about 97k a second. So it would actually have taken about 2 times longer than it just did. Total time taken 352 seconds. I mean, that's less than 6 minutes. Without the speed patch, it is it is about 10 minutes. So there is a significant benefit to the speed patch, which is also available on the download page. Okay, so that's it. The font IC is now full, does have all of those items on there. To prove it, we can just do another extract. I'm not going to call it anything special. I'm just going to make a new folder and go. Okay. As I said, reading is a lot faster than writing. 412k a second, 2 minutes to extract. That's quite impressive. Building folder, this will take a while because there's a lot of stuff. And there we go. The add new items folder is now empty, as all of those items that we just added are in the main browser. So 253 are the original items. New items have been added successfully from 254 onwards. So there are all the images. And there's the single font that it added. So that's it. You can delete items here. It will rebuild it the way it should. You must never delete anything prior to 254. If you do, it will complain at you. It won't do any harm, it just will not rebuild if you do. So I'm now going to delete alright, my computer seems to have gone to sleep for a moment, as it does from time to time when it's doing a lot. This is handy. Come on. Right, sorry about that. We are back. As you see, they are 320 by 180 as expected. Okay, right. For a demonstration, I'm now going to delete from 254 to 578. So we now end up with a non-sequential index. It skips from 253 to 579. That's acceptable. So that was new folder 5. I'm going to rebuild from new folder 5. Non-sequential, slot 254 is missing. Would you like to continue without this and subsequent items? Yes. That's just warning you that your numbers are not sequential. So if you click no, it will end. Cancelled. If you click yes, it will continue and it will renumber them all for you. There will be no resizing. They are already the correct size. You see, the font I see is nowhere near full. In fact, it's not even 1 meg yet. So this will be much faster to write. I haven't paused it so far. All of what you have seen has been real time. There is no point you watching it all again. I am going to pause now. And we're approaching finished. And that's it. Total time 2 minutes. So if we now go back to new folder 5 and I remove everything that I've added, that is now basically back to where we started. That's the font I see new. If you think, oh, I don't want any of these fonts, and let's get rid of them. So you delete them. Yeah. And you rebuild from folder. Okay. Index was outside bounds of the array. That's it. I thought the error message was a little more user friendly than that. I thought it told you that there were items missing. I'll get onto that. So let's now restore them. So now we have a complete font IC with all of its contents. Font to folder, new folder 5. Go. Successfully built, and effectively this is going to restore the font IC to default as received from ColdTears. I think that fairly much covers font to folder and shows the power of it. If you do want to add large numbers of items to your font IC, this is the only way to do it. It really does save you so much time. Any questions, you can contact me through my contact form or email. I hope that's been informative, although it did drag on a little longer than I anticipated. Thanks for watching. So there you go. To restore your font IC, it's less than 50 seconds. That really is it. That's all I wanted to show you. Thanks a lot.